Alright folks, here we are, part 2 of the BlackBerry Priv memory card issue test and comparison. This is the AT&T model. This is the unlocked. And this is my passport that I used to reformat this 32 gig Samsung card that was giving me a problem on the first video. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to unlock the phone. I already have File Explorer open, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to try to be as consistent, on this as I can. Sorry for getting a little glare. So, I'm going to go into, this seems very bright. What's wrong with this thing? Okay, go into SD card. This is the 32 gig card backup that I had on my laptop the last time I tried to format the card. So I'm going to go into here. Now, I have a download one folder and a download folder. The test is going to be to take an image from the download one folder into the regular download folder. So I'm going to open up download one. Let's choose the one with Kermit the Frog on it. Long press. I select here. Move to. Now, I'm going to go back out to make sure that I'm in SD card 1 into 32 gig, taking it from download 1 into the regular download folder. Click OK. Now, I'm still getting this silly pop-up. In the bottom it says select download. I'm getting the pop-up again. Select. I'm going to select download. It's not letting me go past this point. At this point, let me try this. Hide SD card. Show SD card. Let's go into the SD card. 32 gigabyte card. Remember, I said I was going to try to go from download 1 to download. So I'm clicking download. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm going to select download. Get the silly box pop up again. Here I go, round and round and round in circles. So I'm going to come back out. I'm going to cancel. It says move files to download successfully. It obviously did not, because I'm still in download 1. The Kermit the Frog picture is still there. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to try to move it to a folder outside of that. So I'm going to long press again. I'm still in download 1. Here, move to. Let's go back out. Let's go back out again. SD card 1. So now this is the 32 gigabyte card folder that the download 1 and download folder was in. Let's try this downloads folder. Okay. I'm going to click OK. Select. Okay. The Kermit the Frog folder is there, and it really shouldn't be, but I'm going to select download just to move it along. And again, I'm getting that same loop over and over and over again. Now, if I cancel, it says task failed. Okay, so we're going to try this one more time. This will be the third time. Now, I'm going into SD card 1. I'm going to go into 32 gigabyte card. This is download 1. I'm going to choose the Kermit picture here. Move to. Now, I'm not going to go into the regular downloads folder. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. Go into SD card. Okay. I want to choose the regular downloads folder. This is where the picture came from a folder inside this 32 gigabyte card folder. I'm going to choose regular downloads. Okay. I should be able to click OK and the thing be moved here, but it's not. It's telling me I got to select all over again. And this is the one that got moved last time, even though it said it wasn't able to be moved the first time. I'm going to select download. Here I go with the endless cycle of selecting download over and over and over again. Okay. It's not going through for whatever reason. So that's the AT&T phone. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this in my unlocked version. Here we go. Go out. Here we go. This is clear all. Oops. File Explorer. Let's try to duplicate this one more time. SD card. 32 gigabyte card. Download one. We're going to try to take Kermit and we're going to try to put him into the regular download folder that's in the same place as I got that 32 gig. Remember, we're trying to go from download one to download. Click OK. Now, it's asking me if I want to skip, rename, or overwrite. Let's overwrite. It went through successfully. Let's try it again. Same process, okay? This is the kind of inconsistency I've been dealing with. This is what happened the first time that made me want to make the first video. And then when I made the video, it didn't do it. And it made it seem like, okay, it was one card over another. But as you can see, the AT&T version would not move that file the last 5 or 6 times I tried to do it. Let's try that test again. So let's go out. 32 gigabyte card. Let's go in here. I'm going to go into download one. Let's take the picture of the chef down here. Okay? Something we can easily recognize. Again, move two. Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's go out again. I'm trying to go all the way back out so I know I'm clicking the SD card one. Inside 32 gig. Inside download. Okay? Let's try this. Move successfully. Okay? So, the unlocked version seems to be more consistent with its performance and what it's able to do. Okay, we're going to run this test one more time. Okay, here I'm going all the way back out. Clicking SD card. Clicking 32 gigabyte card. Clicking download one. Let's take a picture we can easily recognize. Let's take the one with Cat Williams over here. Okay, here we go. Move to. Here we go. Out, out, out. Storage card one. 32 gig. Remember, we're going download one to download. Let's click download. Okay. It moved it. It's successful. Okay, so as you can see on the unlocked version, I'm not getting the whole circular pattern of clicking the dialog box and not getting anywhere. There's a clear difference in the way each phone handles that specific task. And I'll said it before, and I'll say it again, okay? I believe that AT&T jacked up this phone. And what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to run out to AT&T and get this phone because it's readily available. Right? They're getting a few every day or so. You know, they're not shipping them hundreds of phones at one time. They're doing it a little bit at a time just so they can meet the demand. But what's going to happen is people are going to go out. They're going to have a bad experience with this phone through AT&T, and they're going to write the phone off. And that is the wrong thing to do. This is an awesome phone. I just believe that for some reason AT&T's software is not jiving well with this model. There's something that went on when they put their bloatware and whatnot on this phone. Something didn't mesh right. Okay. Somebody had asked me in my other video, does Snapchat work? And of course it does. It is an Android phone, so of course, you know, you bring it up, it's gonna work just like, you know, any other phone. The background is black because I have it against here. Okay, but yes, Snapchat works. Let's see over here. As you can see, a couple of people that I follow, they've got some stuff up. I don't use Snapchat. Really don't care for it too much. Trying to think if there's anything else that I needed to cover, but that seems to be it for now. People, if you're gonna try this phone, you know what I would do is kind of like what I did. I ordered my unlocked, went to AT&T, picked up a version just to play with it and see, and then now I got my unlocked. So now this one is going to be going back. There's also another member, Kylie, in my group, that she had some SMS issues, which I had on the AT&T version as well. You would, send somebody a message and it says, that it's not delivered. You click to deliver it again. You click 5 or 6 times and it still says not delivered, not delivered, not delivered. All of a sudden, the person that I'm trying to send it to is sending me a text message saying, hey, you sent me the same message 6 times, Well, I think that is a network issue. I don't think that is an issue with the phone or the phone software. I had that issue one time when I was on Sprint many years ago. Their towers were all jacked up. This was when they were restructuring their network, and SMSs weren't going through. I wasn't getting MMS messages either, and it was their network. It was their towers were bad. It was something going on with them. It wasn't the phone's fault. Okay, so I'm having the same issue with the AT&T version of this Priv. Pretty soon I will do a comparison as soon as I get these 2 videos up of. Did I turn this phone off? Yeah, I turned it off. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Of my BlackBerry Passport versus the Priv. Okay. I miss this phone a lot. If they get an Android version of this phone, the Priv will sit in my drawer and I will be using this phone. This phone right here is the most amazing phone ever. And with BlackBerry 10 OS, I mean, if it wasn't for the app gap, it's not even so much the apps, because a lot of the apps that I use, I can get through the mobile web version page. So it's not a big deal with the apps. The thing that frustrated me with this phone is that I couldn't upload videos to YouTube from this device, because whatever that they used to whatever method that they used to upload it, it wasn't working properly, and you would get this screen flicker, and the screen was just flicker on and off a zillion times. You would get nowhere. So that is broken, and as you can see, this YouTube app here. Let me try to lower this screen brightness. The app on YouTube isn't really an app. It's the mobile web version. And the good thing about this, I have it on. I must have it on. I don't have the Wi-Fi connected. The good thing about this is that I liked how I could be watching a video on YouTube, and it would play in the background, because it's not really an app. You just have the internet running in the background, and it's playing, and I can be answering messages. I can be doing a whole bunch of things, and why is it connecting to my Wi-Fi? And I could be really doing a lot of things at one time while listening to a podcast or something like that. And I really enjoyed being able to do that. Now that I'm on a phone that actually has a YouTube app, as soon as you minimize the screen, it goes back to shutting it off in the background, and you're only doing one thing at a time. This phone, this Passport, is the closest thing to multitasking, true multitasking. And when you think about multitasking, it's the ability to do more than one thing at a time. Okay, suspending something in the background while you do something else is not multitasking, in my opinion. Okay, when you have different things open here, okay, this is turning into a mini comparison already. It's just easier for me to get to from one thing to another, on this device here. So if I'm, in, I don't know, I'm just gonna open up a miscellaneous app here. If I'm in one thing on LinkedIn and I want to go from, LinkedIn to Facebook, I just flick up, minimizes, Facebook is here. If I want to go from Facebook to Twitter, I flick up, Twitter is here. It's so quick, as opposed to, let me open a few apps here. I'm going to open, same thing, LinkedIn. I'll open Crackberry, and I'll open. Did I open Facebook already? Okay, so now I'm in Facebook. Let's say I want to go to another app. I hit the multi thing. I gotta scroll through my apps and then go through here. It's not that bad, but it's not always as quick. For some reason, this just seems a lot easier to be able to go from here to click, from here to click, or I'm pressing. I'm not really clicking. Okay, this is to me is a lot quicker, and there's no lag on this whatsoever. There's no silly animations you got to go through. It's just so fast and easy. This one, you go from one app. See, there's an animation that kind of makes it slower, the whole shrinking of the app. It's not as fast and intuitive as it is on BB10. I mean, you may look at it and say, oh, there's only a small difference, but that little difference adds up. This is so much quicker. If I want to check my hub on the Priv, I gotta swipe up and over. That's the hub. Look how long this takes for me to get to the hub. Okay, if I want to peek in the hub here, I swipe up, I swipe to the side. That's my hub. Boom. I just check up, I just swipe up and swipe over, and there goes my hub. So much quicker. If I want to go back to the home screen, I'm going to swipe up and I'm going to hit home screen at the same time. This, I'm already here, back into my, I guess you can say my screen with my multitasking screen, I guess you can call it, okay? Is just BlackBerry 10 is just so much quicker, it's so much smoother, there's no silly animations to deal with, and you just don't want to put it down once you start playing with it. The camera's not bad, it doesn't focus very quickly, it doesn't take the sharpest pictures in the world, but it takes really nice photos. The screen is clear. I mean, I really have no complaints over this. The one thing that drove me to try the Priv was the YouTube. I like to be able to have a good YouTube client, so that when I want to upload something to YouTube, I'm not fussing about with trying to transfer it to another device and then transfer it to YouTube. That was getting a little tiresome. I'm happy with the Priv. It is what it is. It's an Android device with BlackBerry features. Pretty much, this is a through and through BlackBerry 10 device. I could see why so many people were upset when they came out with this phone, instead of putting more effort into getting apps or developers on this platform, which is really what BlackBerry needed to do. But, this is what they felt that they need to do financially to save their phone company. So it is what it is. All right. Maybe as soon as I get these videos up, I'll work on a very more thorough comparison between a BlackBerry 10 device, the latest BlackBerry 10 device, and BlackBerry's first Android / BlackBerry mixed phone over here. Okay, so we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.